Welcome to Diceborn. This is our show from the Century Show. We're playing through a game of the Mistborn Adventure Game, or playing a campaign from the Mistborn Adventure Game. This is episode 7 of season 2, and I'm Ben, and I play Dervish. I'm played by Ian.
Did you just say I'm played by Ian?
Well, there's an outtake for you.
I'm played by Ian.
I'm played by Ian. Take it away, Ian.
I'm Ian. Apparently, I also play the player Ben, but more importantly, I play the character Royce Hadriel.
Thanks, Ian, playing Ben. I'm also...
Ben, do you want to start over?
No, we have to keep that in at this point.
I'm joined by Grace.
Hello, I play Marelyn. Also, I want to point out that Ben actually said season 7 of episode 2, and normally he would just say episode 20, which I appreciate because I like going by the season rather than the just continuing to count upwards. But, Ben normally does it that way, so I noticed it.
I've kind of lost count of...
All of the words are getting mixed around.
I kind of lost count of the episode whatever of Diceborn wholly and episode whatever of Diceborn season 2, so I've just given up on the count.
I mean, he's also
lost,
completely dissociated from who he is at this moment.
Yeah. I blame Ian for playing me like this. I'm also joined by Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I play Luka Ilariel.
I'm also joined by Rosemary.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kaymyth, and I play Hallie de Fazel, and I also enjoy blaming Ian for things.
I'm also joined by our illustrious Lord Roller, Natasha.
That is me. And now I have a new idea for some sort of fantasy episode. I mean, not for this game, but where all the players have to play a different character than their own. You all swap character sheets. That'd be really cool.
Body swap episode.
That does sound...
Oh, dear.
Man, I like that idea. I might have to do that for an IRL one-shot with my D&D group. I like that idea.
It would be really funny, having, Grace trying to do Dervish.
I have made I think in D&D Beyond, there is a character sheet that is just me as a D&D character on the off chance that I ever play something where I can just play myself where someone else can play me in D&D.
Perfect. So yes, as I said, this is episode 7 of season 2, and I think episode 20 overall. I'm not 100% sure at this point.
Those numbers would add up.
They do make sense, don't they? But for today's giveaway, I'm going to hand us over to giveaway Ben. Pow!
Hey everyone, it's giveaway time again, and today it's back with me, Matt, barely pretending to do an impression of Ben, or not really pretending at all, to do an impression of Ben, doing his best impression of Ian, doing his best impression of Ian, doing his best impression of Ben. I probably messed that up, but that's fine. Anyways, thank you to everyone for your understanding when we had to delay these last few episodes due to holidays. The finale of Season 2A, which is Episode 8, is on track to be released in 2 weeks on Sunday, May 17th. And for today, I'm very happy to announce that the winner of the copy of the Mistborn Deckbuilding Game from Brotherwise Games is at Dylan Beezer 2506. So to claim your prize, you can connect with us at 17shard@gmail.com, and we will also reach out to you if we don't hear from you by other means. For the winners of the 2 previous giveaways as well, we'll be reaching out to all the winners in the near future to finalize arrangements. But please feel free to connect with us via email or on the forums on Discord at any time if you would like an update. So for today, congrats to Dylan Beezer 2506, and thanks again to our friends at Brotherwise for the giveaway today and for the giveaway during the rest of the season. And that's it for giveaways for this season 2A. In 2 weeks, I'll be doing a quick status update for the Diceborn series as a whole during the time designated for the giveaway in episode 8. And I think that's everything for today. So see you again next week and enjoy today's episode. Bye.
Thanks, giveaway, Ben. Okay, so without much further ado, Natasha, would you like to kick off episode 20 of Diceborn?
Absolutely. And to kick it off, I'm actually just handing it right over to Rosemary, who's doing a recap. But we will all help her out, of course.
So when we opened, Hallie was in trouble, and then she proceeded to, against all reasonable expectations, kick Trouble's butt and send Trouble running and being very unhappy. She punched him a couple of times, and then she burned him, and he's just like, oh crap, twinborn, and everything was great. And Dervish's landlady did the sexy dance, and apparently everyone was really into it.
It was captivating. It was riveting.
Meanwhile, and Hallie throws a fit in the front office of the soothing parlor, going, "Hey, I was attacked. You!" And she points at Luka. Go get the constables. And he runs off to find help from. I don't actually remember who. Yeah, he ran next door to get Dervish and them. And in the meantime, more stuff happened, and Hallie made a poor life choice of going back in, and she ran into Beatrice. It turns out Beatrice, who has always been the worst, is even worse than we thought. She clearly has multiple spikes. Probably as either Electrum or somehow Atium, and can do time bubbles, and Hallie never stood a chance. There were so many, y'all, the dice, the sheer number of dice that woman was rolling was terrifying. Hallie got captured, and then what's her name? Mirabelle also got captured. And the rest of the crew knows that Mirabelle was captured, but to their eyes, Hallie is just missing.
Well, as Dervish said, Hallie could take care of herself. She'll be fine.
And we were this close to being able to save her.
Hallie is not fine.
We very much tried to save Hallie, but she got
There
caught
was a
in
good
the
attempt.
cage. Yes.
Well, and I think at one point, like, she was in the next room, and if we had known that, we might have saved her, but we just didn't have the, like, knowledge.
Or you might have gotten everybody
You
captured.
guys didn't see around the corner, right? And then when Dervish went in through the secret door, he met up with the soother, who essentially soothed his suspicions and shoved him back out, right?
Yeah.
I think there was a kick to Hallie that also knocked her the rust out.
Oh yeah, right back
problems.
into the cage.
Yeah.
And completely unconscious. Finally,
I have his
everything's
name.
problems.
I've bearded dude his name as Aaron. Is that correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Hey. Cool.
There was also some rogue riding from Calcifer.
Yeah.
Throwing a mess
We
on the whole
assume.
situation.
It was.
Yeah, if that was Calcifer, y'all really need to smack him around
Calcifer
and
sucks.
tell him that he
Royce
screwed
was
everything
right.
up.
Calcifer sucks.
I mean, he did warn you guys that would
Mhm.
happen, but not in so many words. Your mistake was not just leaving loud as the plan was.
He did tell us to leave loud.
But we hadn't accomplished anything. Plus, as soon as Hallie found that there was people back there, she was like, "No, we got to get them out." And that was
which isn't
what
exactly
totally screwed her
Calcifer's
over.
old style, right? He's not your guys' do-gooder. He is, a
I mean,
crew
the
leader.
crew was formed with the idea of,
Yes.
trying to do good by doing crime.
Got to look at the bigger picture, you know?
He's still a criminal.
Hallie is
and-
not good at the bigger picture.
No. Very much in the moment.
Mhm.
And Royce, some stuff did happen with you last session. What
Yes.
happened with you last
Um,
session?
He had tea
yes.
with
Mhm.
Adine, where he maybe got poison, and that might be why Adine is feeling sick. I don't know yet. That's my current and Royce's current guess. And then he had a chat with Beatrice in the carriage, where she tried to make a deal, and mentally he's like, "You suck. I don't want to do anything with you," and it was very uncooperative.
And Adine seems very keen to learn who Royce is working for.
Mhm.
Beatrice seems to not understand because, to her knowledge, there's no one else he could be working for. Something else I want to point out to the cast, which they have noticed, but I want to reiterate it for them, is that the only one of you who has not been seen or had a role with the cult before is Marelyn.
Yes.
Deliberately so on
Yes.
her part.
Other than that, right, there's Ghost and technically Calcifer to some extent.
Are you telling me my mullet wig from season 1 wasn't enough to completely cover my identity?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. You know?
But
You're
the
welcome
cult,
to go with whatever you think.
the cult only knows I have a connection with Luka, not with the rest of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. But the cult is somewhat aware that Luka might have a vague connection with the rest of them. The timing was very suspicious as to the whole them showing up and, saving Luka from getting spiked.
True.
So I just wanted to remind you of all of that because it's very likely that you will interact with, the Sliverus this episode. Given that,
hopefully.
there is a meeting that night.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Is there anything else I want to remind you of?
What time, the hardest question always, what time of day is it?
It is like evening, so I'd say like 9 p.m.
The impression
Yeah.
I got was like the first person we got saw taken out in a cage is like off to the meeting. Like if this meeting happens tonight, it's like happening soon. Like
That's a good impression.
yes.
It's a good impression. I'm not going to say it's the right impression, but I would say timing-wise, that's a good impression.
Yeah. We don't have a lot of time to save Hallie.
Yeah.
And we don't know this, but Royce has been spiking people.
Yes. You all don't know that.
Royce has been an advisor. Royce has not done any spiking himself. He is not strong
One
enough.
other thing, and I will send this to Grace privately as a reminder.
Ooh.
More
Oh.
because I feel
Okay.
like Marelyn would have picked up on it, even though it was shared with everyone except Royce. But I do want to specifically remind you of all of it. So I'm going to remind Grace.
Speaking of private messages, I need to look back at my secrets again.
That would be good because some of you have secrets and you know about things that might bite you in the butt. Even from other players that might bite you in the butt.
Very curious.
Note, Dervish, people might be mad at you shortly.
Really? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Oh.
Dervish,
No, I didn't do
what
anything.
did you do? What do you know that you said to us?
I just definitely not repeating the same mistakes of last season.
Oh, did you push away the woman from?
Yeah, me and Leah actually broke up, and I've been lying to you guys for 8 episodes. Sorry, guys. I think I might have just put 2 and 2 together from rereading my secrets. I think I might have just put something together. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm also seeing something that I'm like,
We should read these more
directly,
often.
not directly, but
What are you guys doing?
Just rereading the personal secret that you gave me, Natasha.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Might be in trouble here.
Yeah.
This sounds very concerning as someone who has never forgotten the secret Natasha gave me. That is just for
I know one of Dervish's secrets, but I don't know how that would be an issue. So clearly it's a different secret.
The one that no one knows.
Okay, Natasha. I do not remember this, but good to know.
Yeah, it was dropped very subtly, and it was something that was said essentially when you were like, sharing information on the location.
Okay.
I believe Marelyn would have noted it because she would have known that was not a thing that was happening previously to her knowledge. And also who it came from, and I don't know if others would have noted it. So,
yes.
Shall we?
Everyone solid? Have a low level of anxiety now?
Yes.
I mean,
high level of anxiety
it's been
all week.
there.
So
I'm sorry, Ian.
And so who are we like? I guess who are we starting with?
Hallie is unconscious.
Yeah, so you're not starting with me.
No. Grace and Marelyn and Dervish are in the hallway. Where's Luka again?
I think he rejoined Marelyn and Dervish.
I think we made the decision to just leave. Yeah, I think we're like, we're
together.
Where are you guys going?
Good question.
Are you looking for Ghost? Are you looking for Calcifer? Are you headed back to the Brass Ladle?
I think we need to wind up with Ghost and Calcifer.
Yeah.
And then figure out our next move.
Okay.
I think when we get outside, Marelyn might say, like, let's go over a couple blocks. We should try to meet up with she's sort of trying to speak to Ghost without making it obvious, like in case he's running to naked here. Let's head over a few blocks. We should try to meet up with everyone in this other location that we noticed on the way here.
And is that's somewhere Hallie might think to meet up with us, right?
I don't know if we specified a location going into this.
I'm sure you would have a nearby meeting location.
Yeah.
It probably would be like behind the bar across the street.
I feel like that's standard for a job like this where everyone's split up to have
Yeah. That would not surprise me.
Well, I think Yeah. And so this is mostly just Marelyn trying to convey to Ghost that this is where we are going and that he should try to bring people there if he hears her.
We're competent guys. We know what we're doing.
We're constantly walking, talking loudly. Oh boy, I can't wait to meet up with everyone at the location.
So when you get there, it only takes a minute longer, and Ghost and Calcifer come around the corner. And Ghost is just wide-eyed. And he goes, "What happened?"
Well, Hallie and I got separated. I'm hoping she's coming back. Mirabelle got attacked by Beatrice, who seems to pack quite a punch. I've always thought, Beatrice is the worst, but debatable, her or Sveth, But she I managed to run away, but it didn't look. Mirabelle might be in trouble with But maybe they're friends. I don't really know.
Dervish is looking angry, and he kind of looks at Calcifer, and he's like, someone gave you bad information. And we went in there expecting a little heist. There was people in cages, and our target was Beatrice, who ended up being able to pull out powers, we didn't know she had. But you sent us in there, and wherever you got the info that we needed to just pull a couple of earrings off a client. That was a mess in there.
Yes, I didn't see the earrings. They weren't on her. She was in disguise, Beatrice was, but I was able to see through it.
Calcifer is just listening and absorbing all of this. He doesn't seem like taken aback by Dervish's frustration or anger. He kind of just accepts it and, takes it in stride.
Yeah, Dervish is like finger pointing at him, like getting aggressive kind of with him.
Yeah, and he's just like, Dervish doesn't scare him.
Yeah,
right. He's like, just, you're allowed to be upset, right? Like that's his expression. Like he's just listening, taking it in. And he goes, so Mirabelle got knocked out and taken by Beatrice.
As far as I know, I ran. It seemed like more than I could handle on my own. And I'm, trying to get captured a little less. It's happened before, and I'm.
Yes. And where's Hallie?
We don't know.
Last I saw, she was in the soothing parlor. We never were able to meet up after. Ghost, did you see her coming or going?
Ghost shakes his head.
She's still in there.
Calcifer looks at Ghost and he says, Scout. And Ghost just runs off down the street.
So what do we do about? Is the job still on, or?
No. I mean, yes, but no. The first priority will be 1, finding Hallie, and 2, rescuing Mirabelle. That's not a question.
Yay, I'd rate higher than Mirabelle.
No, find Hallie and rescue Mirabelle.
Well,
Very different thing.
They don't know what happened to Hallie, right?
Yeah.
Where did your information come from?
Yeah.
It was a good source.
Apparently not.
It was a Khandra. It's a good source.
Which Khandra? We've had run-ins with one of their type before. We've also had run-ins with this group of people before.
It is kind of confusing as well, because sometimes they're animals that talk to you, and then sometimes you don't know if they're an animal or not. This is all very strange.
They do have that ability, yes.
Can you get into contact with the Khandra again?
I mean, I can try. They're tricky to contact.
Well,
then try. We have people missing.
Well, we do have a lead in that we know Beatrice is involved somehow.
Do you have a connection there? I don't really know this Beatrice person.
Well, she's part of some sort of crazy murder cult. Maybe that's offensive. A sliverist group that we had a run-in with a little while back.
Yes, that
and-
was mentioned to me. It's your grandmother and all that. Is that the same?
As far as I know, and Luca's gonna kind of look at Marelyn, and he's gonna say, you were doing that research into Mirabelle's bloodline. Like, you don't think that would be of interest to that group, do you?
I was doing research into them, and that was one of the things that they seemed to have in their records. I don't know if that would be enough for them to like want her specifically.
I mean, they were going to spike her or use her to create a spike before, like last time, and I'm sure she's a loose end for them. Regardless,
This cult isn't the only connection we necessarily have with Beatrice Luka. Could you talk to him?
He told you?
Well, we're talking about Rafe, right? You guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rafe.
You've got a history with Rafe, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Who did you think we were talking about?
Well, I believe Royce has been talking to my grandmother a little bit, but
Since when?
I don't really know. My grandmother's kind of vague about things. She doesn't.
According to Ghost, it's been a couple of months.
Wait, Ghost knows about this?
That
Ghost
tracks.
has been tailing Royce on and off.
Well, then
Ghost knows everything, Luca. And there's like pride in Marilyn's voice when she says
well,
that.
then if Ghost has been tailing Royce and Royce has maybe been meeting with some of these people, maybe Ghost would have a lead of where to start.
And Calcifer kind of gets this expression as he stares at Luca. He says, "You and I will have a discussion later." We'll wait until Ghost returns. Hopefully he'll have a location on Hallie. And then we'll proceed. I've tried to keep my knowledge on all of that dealing to a minimum. But I suppose it might be time to change that. And then he looks to Dervish and he says, "You seem upset."
Yeah. I'm worried that we've just walked out of a trap and we're about to walk into another one.
You believe the Khandra would be responsible for setting a trap?
All I know is a Khandra gave you information that got us and Mirabelle into a situation where people who don't like Mirabelle can get their hands on her. And can I roll like a wits to try and get some like to put two and two together? Because I feel like we've got enough information for like what to work something out. But I don't think I'm smart enough to do that.
You can roll me spirits.
Okay, cool, excellent. Because I have way more spirits than anything else than wits.
Yeah, I feel like you're more likely to get it through spirits than you would through wits.
Cool. What challenge should we do?
Let's do 3.
Cool.
Because it's hard, but it's not like...
Impossible.
Yeah. I mean, not that it's impossible at a 5, but...
I got
more
3s!
Excellent. You know where your information came from?
Yep. Yeah.
You're pretty sure it's the same. You wouldn't be shocked if given that informant was involved when you first met them, with that, right? Just follow that thread. Why would they be involved now? It's all the same thread.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna ask the group for a bit of help here.
They're a bit of a turd, but they're still helping you.
Yeah. Okay. So, I would like to. Should I reveal it as a character or reveal it as a player? I'm just gonna reveal it as a player because it seems like it's super relevant. So Dervish has had contact with Carmel in the time between seasons, where Carmel did reveal that he thinks he's found another one of the maps. You know how we destroyed the metal plate that he had us destroyed as Edward Dramali in the first season. He said he found another map, which was the one that Eddie had lost in the bet, which is now the one that Calcifer has. And so I'm trying to work out the something. So then now Carmel sent Calcifer and us into this situation, and I'm trying to work out why, and I am struggling.
Well, Harmony is. I believe Harmony is pretty on record as not approving of the usage of hemalurgy, which is why he left it out of the words of founding.
Yeah.
And if he wanted the first map destroyed specifically, this is a great distraction for us to not follow the second one.
Like I don't like,
or he very specifically wants this cult stopped. Probably.
Oh, that's a point.
I mean, again, Harmony doesn't approve of hemalurgy. Yeah. These people are using it. This is problems.
So, so he wants us either to stop looking for any of this stuff ourselves and or stop the cult from finding it.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's what Rosemary's saying. So Dervish is gonna say, I think we're being played. I think the conjurer that sent you to us to here, I think it's the same one that we've dealt with before. Specifically to put us back on in the oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? Crosshairs? Yeah. Or like when two roads cross, or like
Crossroads?
Two cars. Yeah.
Oh,
back in back.
Intersection.
There you go. That's the only thing. So our paths putting us back to intersect with the sliverists. Harmony, if he just wants us to take them out, he could just ask instead of playing these games with us.
Where's the fun in that?
That's what Kandra do. They lie and play games with mortals.
Yeah.
Calcifer then says, I don't know if the Kandra is even aware of all this.
Mm-hmm.
Why would the Kandra have sent us after the earrings if they had known the full story?
Question.
I'm not there.
Can I make a roll to think back about what I've observed of Calcifer since we've run into him again, comparing to what I remember of him?
He has rioted you.
Yeah.
He has. Okay. Yeah.
I'll just answer your question.
Yeah.
He is not a Contra.
Yeah.
Okay, Calcifer is Calcifer.
Okay.
Calcifer just sucks.
Yeah.
Are these earrings even real? We haven't seen them ever. If we're doubting this Condra's reason for sending us here,
the job was just to confirm that the earrings existed. It could be entirely possible that the Contra had bad information, which is why.
Why could we potentially get close to the earrings when he couldn't?
Maybe it was bait. They want us like, if they knew Beatrice was going to be there, they wanted us to come into contact with her for some reason.
What do you think, Calcifer?
See if Calcifer's put it together.
Yeah.
While you're thinking, sorry, can I make another roll to try to figure out if Luka, if there's any connection I can trace between this that we're trying to figure out and like the bombing of the bookstore? Like,
you can make me a. Actually, I'm just going to answer. There's not really a direct connection. There are some very vague connections, but I'm going to, as a GM, I will say they're more there as story props and as the fact that you are as characters connected rather than the plot lines themselves are directly connected.
So can't think of anything that make that directly relevant to our like current problem.
Yeah. There are a few things that might overlap just because of the contents of the book, which Ian has covered, right? They are, historical in nature. But
only
it's nothing that Luke is going to put together. And it's nothing that, is going to make a huge difference right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Calcifer says the Koloss in their histories, and I believe it's similar for Kandra. There was a time when there were Allomancers who had some control.
Using the spikes in us. And so the Conjurer might be trying to get this cult, the Slitherith, done and gone, but they can't get close because someone's gained that ability again.
Or they suspect.
Well, they suspect.
If I were in their shoes and I were sending others, that would be my concern.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. Luckily, I never took my spikes, so I don't have to worry about that.
And I'm sure they're aware of that.
Yeah.
So when we saw them last, it didn't seem like they knew what they were doing necessarily, but it's possible they've made progress.
Well, if Royce has been meeting with your grandmother, and she's still part of the cult, I don't think she's actually. I wasn't really following what was happening in that session, in that little meeting we attended ourselves super well, so I don't know if she's still part of that cult. But if so, recent Royce meeting us, she might be. Royce might have been making some bad decisions recently.
Would he really be telling them how to, You know
him better than the rest of us.
I read the hemalurgy thing that Royce had access to. How much
Oh yeah, you do have that
knowledge did Royce have actually on hemalurgy? When we last interacted.
Roll me a wits of like 1.
Okay. What is my wits?
Hey.
Force, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely has the information there. And you also pretty much know how to create hemalurgic spikes. There's a few questions you have in your mind, but you also recall the fact that Rafe is a surgeon, like a medical specialist. And you're pretty sure between the two of them, that would have been very, very easy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Royce had access to that information about hemalurgy from that metal mine, and he gave it to me to look over, and based off of what was in there between him and Rafe's knowledge of surgery, it wouldn't be difficult for them to figure out hemalurgy if he is cooperating.
I will also chime in, and like you can tell that the way the information on hemalurgy was stored in that unsealed metal mine, like it is copies of his memories of hemalurgy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Royce
which means he's taken it out and put it back in.
No, it's more like
he had already
taken
figured
it out,
written it down.
Written that down, memorized that, and stored it. But like his original memories,
so
he still has, or would theoretically still have.
And around that time, as you're talking, Ghost comes running up. And he says, as far as I can tell, Hallie's not in the building.
Okay. Well, unless we get further evidence, I think we have to assume that if we know Mirabelle was taken, there is a high probability that Hallie was as well.
Yeah. And if I saw people getting taken out in cages, Ghost, did you see like an exit in the building next door?
There's a vehicle.
Is it still there?
No, it's moving.
Okay. All right.
Should we just try to follow? Which direction was it heading?
And then he listens and he says, it's heading to a different district. It's heading out.
Ghost, the direction it's heading in, is there any place you've tailed Royce in that direction?
Yes.
Was he going there with, do you know, did he meet with like Speth?
Right. Okay. This is not the first time these people have taken one of us to one of these creepy ass cult meetings. Last time we tried going in quiet. I say that we don't do that again this time, and we put an end to this once for all.
Oh boy.
Calcifer holds up a finger. And he says, it's always best to go in quiet and come out loud.
Okay, but I'm gonna go get weapons. And he...
And he says, prepare for loud, but we go in quiet first, because if you go in loud and they harm one of them, you will live with that forever.
I don't think I really mind harming these people right now.
And he's like...
No, she's talking about the prisoner.
Yeah. He's talking about the prisoners. He's talking about Hallie. He's talking about Mirabelle.
Yeah. We'll be careful.
Please don't get me killed.
Okay. Ghost, where are we? Okay. I'm going to go get more guns. And where are we meeting? Ghost, you said you know where they're going?
Yes. And he gives you an address.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
And Marelyn.
Yes.
This is probably like a few blocks away from where you used to live as like a kid.
Okay.
Calcifer gives us this address, or Ghost?
Ghost.
No, Ghost. It's not a nice area of town,
Ghost.
but he gives you the address, and it's like a seedy bar. So at this point, Dervish is running off to get weapons. Everyone knows where to meet. What specifically? Because there's some opportunities for you two that could be interesting, but I wanted to leave that to see what you might do.
Are you talking to me and Matt?
Yes.
I want to stop by the police station. Particularly if I can find Ghost's dad, just because he is a police officer I feel like I most often talk to.
Okay. Yep.
I want to, if I can find him, give him the address of the soothing parlor and a tip that they run drugs, and also maybe have some other illegal activity there and should be investigated and shut down.
Okay. So yes, you find Ghost's father. I mean, you know, like you know where he is and which station he works at, and he's not currently looking for Ghost at the moment, so he is there. And he like looks at you and he says, "Okay, I'll have someone look into it."
Okay.
How urgent is this?
Well, I do know that there was, I'll just tell him about the people carting people off in cages.
I feel like you could, honestly, not a bad policy here.
I probably should have led with that.
Oh, all right. Yes. Thank you. I will take this down, and then he says that I'm sure you want to be running off before you're noticed by any of your colleagues.
And then I'll leave. Yeah. Probably should have led with that one.
But it's a very Marelyn thing to be like, oh, I can manipulate this. Just like, wait, I can just tell the truth.
So
That's an option too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's a
Luka?
boring option, but sure.
Luka, I'm having so a hard time deciding. What's Calcifer doing? Is he going off somewhere when we split up to get ready?
Calcifer's going directly there.
He's going directly there. Okay, Luka's, and we have time to like jet around a little bit before we meet up. Hey,
DM? On the DM side of thing, yes, you have time. On the player side of thing,
we don't know how much time we have. Yeah. But I know like Dervish is going to be a bit like getting his weapons, and Marelyn.
It's going to take time for the others to get there. So unless you want to be first, you know.
When does Luka arrive first to anything? Other than the time he was kidnapped. So Luka will first he'll go to his place. But he doesn't really understand why, but he feels like this might be relevant. So he's going to go into his ice box and get a gold tie pin out of a stake he has in there, just in case. And like he'll like wash it off and like pin it. No, he won't pin it. He'll pin it to the inside of his coat, so it's not like visible, but it's.
Do you remember what's inset into the tie pin, other than gold?
No,
I don't think we as other players do. So please share.
I remember this icebox being mentioned before.
I know it's gold.
I remember the pin being stolen.
Yes.
It's gold. Let me look at my secrets because I should have it there.
It is a gold tie pin or a gold cravat pin, right?
Right. Cravat pin.
And it is inlaid with a ruby.
Ooh. You know, that does ring a bell. So, but
it's the batch for the earrings.
Oh my
God. You've had it the whole time.
Hold up.
Luka's going to hold it in his hand and is going to look at it. Okay, so we're probably going to cut some stuff out there because we were doing a lot of searching. So should we?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Turns out we stole it a long time ago already.
Okay, Luka's going to take the... So he's going to take the pin out, and we've clarified now it's gold with a ruby in it. And he's just going to like start tucking it away in his coat in the pocket to pin it there. But as he does, he's like, wait a second. And he pulls it out and looks at it and looks at the ruby. And we don't know anything about what we think the earrings were.
We were
all
stealing
Halsor said is that he wanted to confirm something.
Yes.
So he's going to look at it.
It's hilarious.
And then he's going to be like, there's no time. Maybe, and he's going to put it in. And then, I don't know what he's going to do with this, but I think he's also going to stop in with Rafe if he thinks he has time at Rafe's place.
Okay. So you go to Rafe's place, and you knock on the door.
He's probably not there.
I'm more concerned of whether he lives with his fiancée.
Yeah.
He comes to the door.
And Beatrice answers.
He comes to the door and he opens it and he's like, oh, hi, you're knocking.
Hi.
I'm actually on my way out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That makes sense. Could you not be on your way out? Perhaps?
He looks at a timepiece and then says, I have maybe 10 minutes. You know, his coat's already in his arm.
Okay. So I can come in for a second?
Sure. Is this like you're knocking, or are you like here for something else?
So the question...
Because 10 minutes, I mean, it's 10 minutes.
10 minutes. No, it's 10 minutes is just saying hello. That's not... I have somewhere to be too, actually. It just a moment of your time.
Oh, okay, come in. I would offer you tea, but that also is more than 10 minutes kind of thing. Come on in, sit down.
Yeah.
Kind of gestures to, the couch.
Yes. Could I have a glass of water?
Oh,
maybe?
Yes. And he goes over to the ice box and,
And is there like any visual separation between where he's doing that and the living room?
No, it's kind of like the living room is
together.
right there, right? That's where you previously were sitting while he was, in the kitchen boiling tea.
What are we gonna do?
Ian's realizing he may have missed something.
Luka is panicking. Does he see anything like a paperweight or anything like heavy within
Luka.
reach?
I mean, there's like statues and stuff.
Like that he could like palm in his hand.
I'm going to have you roll physique or spirits.
I'm gonna choose spirits because that's a 3.
Okay. This is gonna be a roll of 2.
Okay.
Here.
Can I add? Sorry, is this to find something or to palm it?
To find something.
Find something.
That's like within that right size and like, I mean, I'll pick with both. I can add the the palming to that.
So if the palming's added, I have a learned skill, sleight of hand trait.
Yes, you may use that.
Okay. And I feel like part of that is like finding the right, like.
It's like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Luca's
I'm
just
good with
doing like
that.
his like fidgety thing, like he's like on surfaces, like kind of like picking stuff up.
Maybe stands up,
touching it.
wanders around, looks at things.
Yeah, like stretching. And he's gonna roll.
Oh my.
And that's a 3.
Oh,
Threes will
Beats
do.
a
You
2.
find something.
So he finds a paperweight, and then he like kind of just like tucks it, like he's like holding his back and kind of tucks it behind his back. And he's gonna say, "So, Rafe, what do you have up tonight?"
There's a meeting with your grandmother and the others.
Yes, the others. Would that include Beatrice by chance?
He kind of glances at you and says, yes.
Yeah. So, when doors were opened, there wasn't any intention, just so you're aware, on my part, beyond just opening the door, and momentarily may have forgotten your engagement, and I just hope that didn't become awkward for you. I actually ran into her today, and it reminded me that was potentially still something. I hadn't seen any cancellation in the society papers.
He brings you the glass of water.
Thank you.
And he says, should there be a cancellation?
Well, I think that's your business. I don't want to get involved with your business.
Beatrice and I. She's not marrying me for. This is a marriage of convenience and not of anything else.
Right. Because she's not, very likable.
She has some charm, but she's not.
But she's scary. You're scared of her, right? That's why it's not romantic. Because I saw her really like take out Mirabelle, like kind of knock her out, and like that was
Mirabelle
kind of scary. Yeah, they seem to be having an argument or something. But it just seemed like she was kind of angry, and then I was thinking,
are you trying to ask if I'm committed to Beatrice?
Well, more so just she seems angry, and I saw her knock someone out, and then I was thinking, oh, I hope she's not angry at Rafe for anything that might have happened, because I wouldn't, as much as I sometimes wanted to punch you in the face, not really, but I wouldn't want her to do that to you.
She is understanding of the fact that our relationship is simply convenience on her part.
So you're not worried about her hurting you in any way?
No. In fact, I'm more worried about her hurting Sveth than I am about her hurting me.
Sveth's fine. I don't...
Rafe's brow froze at your dismissal of his concern for his brother.
I mean, I know he's your brother, but he's... Come on, he's Sveth.
She would not hesitate to kill him.
Regardless, she seems like she's in a bad mood. So, why don't... It would give me some peace of mind, maybe, if you just, called in sick to this meeting, whatever's going on with Mirabelle cool. This
Trust
is
goes
dangerous
both ways.
stuff.
You're hiding something from me. You're doing that thing where you talk around in circles.
Rafe, I hope, having believed you were in a position similar to this before, I hope you understand. There are things I can't tell you, but it would be in your best interest not to go to this meeting. And I want to protect you. So...
You're telling me Beatrice is dangerous?
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
That is nothing I'm not aware of already.
But there are things you maybe aren't aware of that could lead to you getting hurt. And, you can call in sick, right? It's not a big deal.
I can't call in sick tonight.
Because Royce is helping you stab spikes into people.
He looks abhorrently caught off guard.
Got him.
And then he nods.
Just,
oh boy.
Please, Rafe, don't go.
Just for your ease of mind.
Because you are trusting me when I say something bad that I shouldn't tell you about is going to happen.
Then tell me this, are you going?
No, I'm more of a ops person. Behind the scenes, I'm not part of the action team. And last time I got captured. So the team, not that there's a team involved, but whatever is going to happen, it was thought best that I not be there.
Are you lying to him?
Yeah, Luka's gonna go.
Okay, I would like charm. And you are, I believe, losing a die.
Losing?
Because of how well he knows
you very well.
Could
this
I then
situation
cancel that out by adding a die for bluffer?
Sure.
Okay, so I have a charm of 6, and that cancels out, so that's 6. What's
this is
my
a contest.
difficulty? Oh, it's a contest. So does he roll first to set or do I roll first to set the difficulty?
I think.
Reef isn't worth it, Luka. I mean, I'm not opposed to us having one less opponents there, but if you're doing this out of a genuine worry for his safety, it's not worth it.
I think Luka's recent experiences prove otherwise to him.
Luka's a mess.
Those are 5.
Oh no.
Okay, please, dice gods, please. It's a 4. And I have
Do you
no
have enough nudges?
I have none.
Oh no.
I haven't rolled, I don't think. This session. Okay.
I mean, you rolled the palm,
Yeah, you just got no nudges.
No
from
nudges. Okay. Okay. Does Lucas see Rafe isn't really buying it?
no. He's just looking at you with that general concern.
Okay.
And then he says, how about a compromise? You come with me.
Come with you where?
To the meeting. Your presence will not be questioned. You will be able to watch me if that's your concern. I'll be able to watch you because I know you're not going.
Okay, then. Should we go then? Here's my glass. And he hands him his glass.
And then he says, and you'll also be able to see that Beatrice will not harm me.
Okay. I guess I trust you.
He's truly up and taste.
If I give him my glass,
I know. We can't see his face.
does he turn around to like put the glass away?
Oh no. Oh no.
He does. It's very brief. But if you want to try and smack him over
Luca's
the
gonna
head
try
with
knock
your
him
little
out with
physique.
the. He's gonna try knock him out.
Okay.
He's gonna try.
Oh,
Go for it.
dear.
I'm sorry, you guys.
I mean, having an inside man on the ground was not a terrible plan, but no, okay.
Just okay.
I mean,
So,
you're
can
welcome.
I use this thing as a
Go for it.
prop to get an extra dice? Like,
Sure.
okay, so physique +1, so 3 dice. And I don't know how like knocking someone else works.
6 + 1. This
You're
is gonna
not
be a
going to be
pratfall.
able to do it very likely.
Yeah.
This is gonna be 100% a pratfall.
It's going to be very cute.
Can I add a dice for circumstance? Because I've like set up the like.
No. Because essentially that's the dice that you're getting with your improvised weapon.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And is it a contest or combat?
No, because technically you're attacking him.
Okay. This is such a bad idea.
Terrible.
Oh, it's a terrible idea. I pretty much
Luca
already
is
told
very
you
good
you're
at
going to
those.
fail.
I know.
Yeah, that's what Luca's been doing.
for
this
making
season,
terrible
right?
ideas.
Terrible
This is more
ideas.
to the pile.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll
Yep. Go for it.
3 dice, and I'm
Yep.
praying to the dice gods for big money.
That is not big
Well,
money.
that's 0.
But at least you have a nudge to bank.
Yeah. Okay.
0 with a nudge to bank.
Use the nudge and then you miss, but he doesn't even notice you tried. Yeah? Yeah?
No.
How you feeling, Ian?
Do you drop it on your
I
foot?
do think I'll burn the
I'm like,
nudge.
oh god.
No.
You can decide how to do this. I'll burn the nudge to be like a failure with maybe a slight upside. Like, because like you can nudge a failure to be like slightly less bad.
So
right?
I will ask you this.
Yes.
Because this might change what happens. Okay. What was your intent? What was Luca's intent in knocking Rafe out? Why was he trying to knock him out?
He doesn't want him to go.
Why?
He doesn't. He thinks. I think there's two. He thinks if Rafe isn't there, they can't. He's kind of pieced together that like maybe they can't keep doing what they're doing. It is also out of concern, and he's kind of also I think trying to give Rafe a taste of his own medicine, like Rafe broke up with Luka to keep a secret to protect him. Like, so there's like kind of some of that tied up in it too. I do think if he was successful, he might have taken the opportunity to quickly look for information in the flat, but that was not his primary objective.
Okay. So he doesn't entirely trust Rafe.
No.
But his
But he still wants
primary
to protect
objective
him.
was he's trying to protect him.
Yes.
As Luka, drops this essentially stone down, Rafe kind of twists just like this and brings up a hand and catches your hand and draws it down as he turns into you and he kisses you.
Well, why is this happening?
And then he
What
just
is
pulls
happening,
back
man?
a
I
little
wonder.
bit and he says, "Trust goes both ways. I'm sorry for what I did, but we're trying to move forward."
Where's your exit? How do you get out of this?
It's definitely not knocked out here on the floor.
I can't go with you. I am going to be there. Or what if I meet you there and at the first sign of trouble, we both agree to be smart?
Okay. And he looks you like deep in your eyes and says, "I am trusting you. I need to know that you are trusting me too."
It's a tall ask. Since, we're just keeping doors, not totally open, but open to being knocked at.
Then as a friend or a colleague, give me that much. Know that when I did what I did it because I loved you and no other reason.
But
It's
if
not.
it weren't for me, would you recognize that this is wrong?
Absolutely. I know these are terrible things. This is not a great situation, but it's either go in and root it out or ignore it. And the truth is I cannot ignore it.
Do I believe him?
I'm leaving that up to you. But he says, I cannot ignore it. They have Sfeth over me. They had you over me. They have all of the crap that they're doing. So I tried to get you out. You chose to come back. Sfeth, I can't get him out.
He's a bit of a dummy. I can see why you're worried for him. He's a bit of a dummy.
There's more to it than that, yes. But yes, he's never been the brightest burning. But if you both were out, I would have a different tactic.
Okay. Well, I guess I have some things to do, but let's meet up then. Name the place.
Okay. And he says, the meeting, I'm assuming you already know where it is.
I have an educated guess.
He gives you the name of the bar,
And
which
it's the same
lines up.
one?
Yes. And he says we meet regularly down in the basement. They've essentially paid off the people who own it. And it's noisy enough to cover it all up.
Okay. Well, I'll meet you outside. Is my grandmother going to be there?
We aren't sure. I don't know when the last time was that you saw her, but she hasn't been feeling well. She might have been keeping that from you intentionally. But
That's odd. Okay, well, I'll. Sorry about the paperweight. I'm. Anyway. Good. See you soon. Thank you for the water. Goodbye.
Sir, he smirks.
Sir. Yeah. And Luka's gonna get out of there. Get out of there.
Yeah, run for the hills.
So what happened the second I was gone?
Oh, all of the facial expressions were exactly what we were waiting for.
Felt like.
Okay. Luka leaves. Rafe actually essentially just leaves with Luka, locks up after, and goes to go get in a carriage. Royce.
Yes.
You're at your flat. There's a knock on the door.
I go answer it.
Sfeth is standing there.
I mean, I go with him, obviously. And Natasha has gotten in my brain, and now I don't hate Sfeth anymore.
And he's a little bit more quiet this evening. You've noticed that he either tends to be extremely talkative on nights like this or very quiet. And he's a little bit more quiet, and he, just politely opens doors for you, and opens the door to the carriage and then gets in. And there's this almost silent moment where, Sfeth is kind of just being himself.
There is something I've been wondering, Sfeth.
You talk to me.
Yes.
Okay, what are you wondering?
How did you, or maybe how did they, figure it out? Your allomancy. Atium is rare enough. I don't know why anyone would go in alloy for a test.
They knew I snapped. They couldn't figure out what it was. So they just tried till something clicked. I was sick a lot.
How old were you?
He kind of just looks out the window as if he doesn't really want to talk about it. Says, I don't honestly remember. And then he looks back to you. And he asks, how do you become twinborn?
It's a matter of birth. It's the old noble and terraced lineages intermingling.
There's no other way.
Well, there's one way.
I mean, other than spikes. Spikes aren't pure chemistry. Not like that. Right?
As a fair chemist, there's a sense you have when it's not like allomancy where you snap and suddenly you have new abilities. True chemistry is always there. There's a resonance you can sense when you touch your metal.
You know, they don't threaten to spike you when you're a fearochemist. They're too impure.
This is me as a human smiling. Royce is not smiling at this point. I just can't stop. Royce is not a psychopath like me. I am.
The rest of us are all
I just say you're
horrified.
They don't threaten to spike ferochemists because too impure. So what do they plan to do with Hallie? Anyway, I'll shut up.
Well, does he mean don't spike? Like, don't give you a spike? Like, maybe they would still...
They don't threaten, as in they don't threaten to turn you into a spike, because they're sliverists who see terracemen as impure.
Impure, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
So they wouldn't turn a twinborn
Oh, interesting.
into a spike.
And here I thought they would have to make the difficult decision of which power to spike out of Hallie. No, so I don't know what they're planning on doing with her. Then again, they originally tried to take her not knowing they were dealing with a twinborn.
Yeah. Can I was going to say, can I do a vibe check on Sveth? But I feel like it's very
If you
clear.
don't get the vibes.
Yeah. Well, it would probably be for the best if no one was made into spikes. Wouldn't you agree?
Sure. But that's not the way things work.
It's not how Beatrice works. It's not how Adine works, but they're still people.
Mirabelle used to say that.
Don't make me feel like Mirabelle. How dare you?
Mirabelle's not evil.
Well, I can't say I necessarily agreed with Mirabelle's actions, but...
No.
You've not spoken to her lately, have you?
Haven't seen her since that night.
And what would you have done if you had?
He shrugs. Doesn't matter.
I have an idea of where she is. There's been some shared contact, shall we say. I'll confess I don't much like Mirabelle, but I like her more than I like Beatrice.
Okay.
I forgot. I'm talking to a himbo. You can't necessarily just pick up what I'm laying down. There's a moment where Voice is waiting for Sveth to put the pieces together, and it just stretches.
Like the sound of the wheels on the road is just kind of filling the space.
Thought you were going to say the wheels turning in his head. They're not turning. They're just rusted.
They're not turning yet.
Only wheels turning are the ones on the road.
We're working with very dangerous people, Sveth.
He looks at you like you might be the stupid one for a moment there. Like, no they threaten to kill me, like, regularly.
And we both have family that, well, can be held over us. But perhaps if we worked together, meaningful look at Sveth, we can change things.
You want to work together?
Yes.
What do
I
you
don't
want
think
from
you'd
me?
like this. I would prefer not to die and not have my family murdered.
Okay. Same.
Just having someone I can trust would help.
Well, you could talk to Rafe.
How much does Royce remember?
How much does Royce remember and how much does Royce know?
Well, Royce knows Rafe went undercover to like bring things down from the inside. Did I keep that?
It's true.
Or is he more likely to just remember the part where Rafe broke Luka's heart?
So that was like years ago. So it's not into like the 5-month break.
The breakup.
Yeah.
The breakup would have been in the pre-crew memories.
So yeah, you remember that part.
Well, it's like in the conversation Royce and Rafe had that was in the Metal Mind last season was also back then.
Was also before.
I would remember.
Yeah.
Rafe can be a difficult guy to have a conversation with.
Yeah. But you're kind of like that too.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps I'm overdue with the chat.
I mean, not that. I mean, I'm on your side now and all of that. But I can only help so much.
In Sveth's world, if you haven't threatened to kill him in the last 2 weeks, he thinks you're his friend.
You're not the first one I've met who I think has been underestimated.
He kind of takes a moment to like process that, realizes it's a compliment, he thinks, and then grins.
He's a puppy dog boy.
And then he says, you know this, and I know this, or at least I think you know this, because you seem smarter than I am. But you know that Adine is only in charge for now, right?
Yes.
Beatrice pretends to like the attention, but only when it's convenient. She says you can get more things done when you're not noticed.
She's not wrong. And as someone who prides himself on noticing things, it's certainly vexing of her. But now I know.
Mirabelle used to think that if we could take down Adine, everything would fall apart. I don't think that's the way it is anymore.
Life doesn't always work as simply as it does in stories. Just have to keep working at it.
He still looks confused, but he nods. You arrive at the bar. And you go inside. And it's a little bit earlier than normal. Inside, the chairs are set up around the room. Looks like there's going to be a higher attendance this evening than usual. There are a few more plush chairs. You know.
For the higher ups, yeah.
For you know, chair hierarchy purposes.
Yeah.
And there are a few people, you know, already there milling about. Obviously, the people who organized the chairs are there. And
the
then
true leaders.
And then Rafe has also arrived. And he is speaking with Kaymyth Brunswick.
Okay. Yeah.
That jerk.
And they are currently discussing the newest spikes that Kaymyth has procured.
How long are these meetings usually?
they go anywhere from like 2 hours to like, 6.
Depends on how many people they have to murder.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because, like, I have 3 charges of tin, which is 3 hours of tin. I'm like, when do I murder?
Are they all? Is everyone in their creepy cult robes again?
I assumed,
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Pretty much once they arrive and are through the door that goes down into the basement, everyone gets into their creepy cult robes. Is there anything Royce wants to do other than go and sit in his chair?
For now, I think I'm just going to go and sit in my chair. Have a quick little panic of whether or not recruiting Svet was the right decision or not.
Svet just comes and sits next to you. You have a plush chair, and Svet does not.
Yeah.
You're just feeding Ben.
Yeah. Collaborative
Which I guess
storytelling.
I am Ben. So you're feeding me.
You're playing me right now. So, you know.
Okay, so outside in the little alleyway. Hallie, I'm so sorry that you're just asleep for most of this. In the little alleyway, everyone has gathered, except for, Mirabelle, Royce, and Hallie. You're all having met up. Grace is bringing back some memories for Marelyn. Just the locale.
Mm-hmm. Is there a chance that Marelyn could have observed what these cult robes look like as people are filtering in? Or
you would know from previously what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, from the last time there was the whole cult meeting, right?
Is there a chance that either I or I could have asked Ghost if it was possible to get some copies of these robes?
Yes. Ghost has a few just for an occasion like this.
Excellent.
Ghost is there for all your shopping needs.
How much of what Rafe told you would you relate to us, Luka?
So we're together. I guess, what are we talking about when we're are we making a plan to go in?
Calcifer's suggestion is always go in quiet, come out loud if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And he asks, how do you want to go in quiet?
And there Luka will say, I did check into something. I might have a way in with Rafe, an explanation to be there. So I could just be there. If that's helpful.
He nods.
Dervish is standing there. He retrieved his shotgun. He already had his pistol on him. And when he went back, he was looking at the weapons he had, and he decided to bring, rather than his father's sword, he brought his sister's evil sword. And so he's got that strapped to his back, but he's wearing a big duster coat over it, which is kind of long, so it doesn't stick out the bottom, and it's got a big hood on it, so it's not sticking out the top. You could probably see it, to be quite honest, if you look closely. And he's just kind of standing there with his arms crossed and just kind of shrugging. He's like, you guys get in how you want to get in. He's impatient. He's tapping his foot.
Dervish is just there for the bloodshed.
He's like, we've done this before, and we went in quiet, and no one, and it was we didn't solve the problem then, and how he wants to solve the problem.
Yeah,
we solved the most pressing problem, which was
We did solve that
rescuing
problem.
Luka.
That's the most important problem.
Yeah.
But there.
We have a couple of those robes if some of us want to go in disguise. There's also the bar upstairs if one or two people want to kind of stay up there to keep a lookout. Maybe. I know it's maybe Ghost can stay in the bar upstairs and keep an ear out. It's noisy, but doesn't sound like it's soundproofed.
Well, unless we'd like Ghost a little further away.
I could stay in the bar with Ghosts. And then if he hears anything, I'll just come running in and send him away.
Ghost says, "What about the rooftop?"
I know.
If things happen and I'll head down there. I'm not really a long range kind of guy.
But you are a jumping kind of guy.
I am a jumping kind of guy. I do like jumping. How about that rooftop then instead? And then he points to the rooftop that's opposite.
I can still hear inside from there.
Okay, yeah. Then we'll
good.
We can watch the entrance, the exit to the basement. I assume the bar has you'd have to go through the bar to get to the basement. It's in the back alley kind of thing.
Calcifer says, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's a way into the basement through the bar, but they discourage these cultists from going in that way."
Then yeah, we'll be on a rooftop watching from a distance.
I can go in a disguise. As far as I know,
a cloak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or a robe. That's what they call them.
Yeah. As far as I know, no one in there knows who I am or what I look like because I was careful not to blow that cover last time. But I just worry that if we're going in there and I do blow it, then we want to make this as final as possible. Do you have any thoughts, Calcifer?
I think whether you go in or not is up to you.
Do you have any plans for what you're going to do?
There was the option of I could go into the bar and cause some issues there.
Bar fight. All he has to do is riot.
Which will make it difficult for anyone to get out through that way.
And the bar and the outdoor are the only entrances we know of?
As far as what I've seen, yes. It's not the greatest location for them, but from what I'm gathering, they don't have much choice as to where they get to meet anymore. But if you want to be in the bar instead and soothe, we can switch places.
I think I'll go in.
All right.
Dervish pulls out his revolver and he kind of spins it and holds it to Marelyn. You want something to defend yourself with?
I mean, I won't say no, but I should warn you that I'm not exactly I feel like I'm more likely to not do any damage with this.
Then when you find Hallie, give it to her.
Okay. I'll take the gun.
Good.
Yes, I'll just fire it while I'm unconscious.
We don't know that.
Soothe your unconsciousness so you wake up again. It's fine.
And then Calcifer looks to Luke and he says, "We're going to talk."
Right now?
Yes.
Okay. Just the two of us, or?
Yes.
I mean, Ghost is going to be listening in. He has to.
Come on, Ghost. And I take Ghost and we start heading off to the rooftop opposite behind the... Yeah.
He's still listening in.
And Calcifer draws you over and he says, "I know you're danger adverse. often. But sending Ghost into situations to avoid danger yourself, it's not okay.
That wasn't... I was just asking for information. That you seem to indicate that I don't want Ghost to come to any danger.
Okay. It seemed you were asking him to find out the information which you could have used your connections to find out just as easily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was right. He was right there. I seemed to be a rush.
I'm not upset. I'm not even disappointed. I'm just bringing it up to you because when you can do something yourself and can keep your team from coming to harm, you often should.
Right. Right. Yes, of course. That's a good thing to keep in mind.
And it just seemed like you were mentioning, that you'd been kidnapped before and how you were still trying to avoid that. And I'm aware that those things are terrible and terrifying and traumatic, and I'm not trying to downplay that at all. But you also want to be careful when you let them guide you in the decisions you make now.
To be honest, I think it's less being afraid at this point and more I'm just tired of I don't want to be a burden to people. I want to take care. I want to take care of myself.
I see.
I hear you.
You'll learn that balance, and you'll learn when it's appropriate to lean on others and when it's appropriate to lean on yourself. And I have to be careful too about that.
You're not keeping anything from us about all this, are you, Calcifer? It's just there seems to be so much going on, and I don't know. You always have this air about you. You seem to know more than we think.
I often do know more, but it's often pieces. Just bits of information from different places, different people that I haven't stitched together yet. I'm not intentionally keeping things from you. I will always answer a question when I feel it is right to do so. And if you want to ask me a direct question, I will answer it.
How did you know we could trust Mirabelle?
This is personal for her.
In what way?
I feel it is not my place to say, but there are more organizations than just the Sliverists that run about.
Oh.
Mirabelle, while the Sliverists are very keen on bringing back whatever they can of the Lord Ruler or whatever their tenets are, and I don't know, the ridiculousness of that. Mirabelle comes from a group that is very opposite to that.
Okay. Kind of a double agent sort of thing.
And when you... This is between us in confidence. When all of that went down at this last whatever, she was outed, right? And while there's potential for her to get back into her position in the Sliverist organization, until she does that, she's having a difficult time within her own organization and her own personal heritage, which is important to her.
Well, I can appreciate having a difficult time. Well, could I ask one more question before we go in?
Mm-hmm.
You seem to know a lot. When you recruited me, did you know my grandmother and Rafe were involved in all of this?
No. That's the path that I've come down. I recruited you because, like so many of the others, I saw someone that was down and in need, and that's where I like to recruit from, because I've been there.
Right. Well, I guess it's time to be a little brave, isn't it? Thank you, Calcifer.
You're welcome.
You know, if you can give a little help in the courage department, it probably wouldn't be in the wrong place if there's a moment for that.
I'll see what I can do. I'm not quite as adept as Marelyn, I will admit.
Right. Well. Anyway, see you on the other side.
And then he says to Luka, I might not be able to riot you, but Luka, Ilariel, I do have full faith in you.
You always know the right thing to say.
In the downstairs room, Royce notices this. They open up the door that seems to kind of come in from above, and they bring in what essentially looks like some big shipping crates, and just begin to stack them in the corner.
Are there people in these crates, or I can't?
They've been essentially faux covered in wood, right? So they look like shipping crates. They brought them in through the bar, looking like a bar shipment deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's people.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't have the pieces.
Yeah.
Is this normally how they do this, or is this unusual?
No.
Okay, so I know there's people.
Yeah. And there are 5 crates that they bring in. Rafe, eventually parts ways with Kaymyth, and goes back to the back door and goes outside and stands outside.
Does Royce try to talk to him now? Or does he wait? I think he would wait. He's like, I'm not going to try to talk Rafe into hey, let's band together against all these people when all these people are literally within
right
earshot, basically.
Hallie, when you start to come to, everything is dark and groggy and your head is throbbing. And you hear kind of this just throbbing din, right? Like of noise elsewhere. Like there's clearly people around and there's clearly a lot of people somewhere nearby. But you also can feel that your senses are very, very dull. Clearly you have been drugged somewhat further than when you were knocked out. Because you weren't drugged at that time, right? You were just slammed.
And I assume that, stuff like my metal mines and my gear have been removed from me.
There was the opportunity taken to remove that from your person.
So, yay, I'm helpless.
The interesting thing, though, is that you are not in the cage alone.
Ooh.
It is very cramped. And you realize that laying next to you, kind of in a crumpled ball, is Mirabelle.
Oh,
Ooh, interesting.
Guess I will. I mean, it's dark. I can't see anything, but
yeah, I mean, there's like little slats of light coming through the. So it's not like it's dark, but it's like that hazy,
It's like little slats of light, like through the cracks of a crate, perhaps.
Yes.
All right.
That are surrounding the barred one.
Well, for a lack of anything better to do, I will, kind of slowly get my wits about me and then, check Mirabelle over to see how badly injured she is.
Give me a wits.
Okie dokie. Difficulty?
1.
No.
Solid.
Ooh. Hey, I got 5s and I'll bank up a nudge.
Nice.
She looks like she has just been wrecked.
So basically she's in the same shape I am.
Maybe a little bit worse.
Oh, damn.
It looks like someone smacked her down and then took a couple extra punches.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
This one was personal for Beatrice.
Yeah. No, I mean, I will check her for any signs of broken bones.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple. Definitely a couple. She's definitely bleeding.
I don't really have any way to.
Probably, you're guessing concussed.
Damn.
Is
there any of the wounds that look super serious? I try and tear strips off of whatever extra clothing we might have to bind things up, and just generally clearly we're in this together. Now is not the time to be holding any grudges.
Yeah, and so you're doing that, and I will allow that to be a part of your 5. And as you're doing that, she kind of comes to, and one of her eyes is completely just swollen shut.
Yeah. And I'm sure that Hallie's jaw is very swollen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We both look like hell.
You have relocated your jaw, though, so you can speak now.
Yes. Yes, but it's still it's not comfortable and
sore.
Yeah.
And she peers at you and she goes, "Oh. Right. Hi.
You look as bad as I feel."
Yeah.
Bonding with Mirabelle, who knew it was possible.
And then she says, "Luckily, I can't feel it yet."
Well, don't move your arm, and you're gonna want to be real careful with your torso because I think you've got a couple cracked ribs.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't have any way to splint your arm, so you're just going to have to be careful with it.
I don't think I could move if I wanted to.
Mm.
And you can't tell if that's a joke based on how much space you have or on how injured she is. It's one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a lot friendlier than I figured we'd ever have to get, but we'll make do.
It's fine, you're small. Outside, Luka and Marelyn.
Mhm.
How are you two going in?
Marelyn is just gonna take a cloak and try to go in like everyone else. Like she's just a cult member.
Luka?
Luka's gonna try meeting up with Rafe.
Okay. Marelyn, I would like a charm roll. You may have a +1 die for your cloak and a +1 die for the circumstance.
And what's the...
Oh, it's going to be a 4. Fives. Solid.
Nice.
That's a lot of 5s.
Yeah.
So
you made
as Luka, goes up to Rafe, you're kind of just slipping by and on in, right?
And as I go in, I do want to keep an eye out to see if Adine is here specifically.
Adine is not here.
Okay.
As of right now, she's not here. Beatrice is not here either yet.
Can I make a check to see if I see her come in?
Marelyn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know her as Marelyn right now?
Because you forgot us. You forgot the crew again.
Yeah.
I do have those memories on hand, though.
I also believe he saved your faces.
For quick reference.
Yeah, he didn't save anything about you. But he did save what you look like.
Yeah. And obviously, I know Marelyn from elsewhere as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Not necessarily a good thing.
Not necessarily a good thing, but...
But that was when we were young,
Yeah.
It's still not necessarily a good thing, given that context.
What would this be?
I'm going to say this is going to be... Marelyn, do you keep your hood up or do you take it down?
I'm just doing what the majority are doing. So
the majority are taking them down.
So yeah, I'm just gonna take it down, find a seat, act like I
belong.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this is gonna be a 2.
A wits?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not even going to try information acquisition. I know you're going to say no. Yeah, so that's just 5 dice.
It's a pretty good chance.
3s and a nudge.
Yeah. So yeah, you see her come in and sit down.
Okay. I'm cool and collected. I don't show.
And Luka, Rafe, when he sees you, he smiles and he says, I'm glad that you followed through.
Yeah. Anything I should know before we head in there?
Do you get squeamish?
Well, I can handle that. If it gets a little messy, how much do we have to worry about Beatrice?
You want to run, you don't want to fight. He wouldn't say that exactly, but that's essentially the intention that you would get across.
Yeah. Is there anything that could be done about her?
If she were outnumbered, she's not here.
Is she not going to be here today?
No, she's not outnumbered here, right?
Oh, gotcha.
That's what he's saying. Is
Okay.
there are other
Okay.
people that if you were to start a fight here,
Yeah.
right?
Of course.
And then he says, "There's a few other things, but I'm working on it.
Do you want to tell me the other things?
We can talk about it later."
Okay. See you on the other side.
Do you want to go in together, or do
I'll
you
follow
not
your
want to
lead.
make that? Okay. He, just walks inside. And he gestures to the chair, next to Royce.
Cool. And is there a robe for Luka to take, or is he just in his clothes?
He's just in his clothes.
Okay. Luka's gonna see. I get Luka recognizes Royce, right? He's just
No reason.
there.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Well, you're not hiding. Yeah. Okay. Luka's gonna sit down beside Royce and be like,
Yeah. So when Royce sees Luka walk in, he is not calm and collected. There's definitely shock on his face before he covers it.
And Rafe sits next to Luka. And people kind of begin settling down and taking their seats. On the rooftop, Dervish, you and Ghost are, hanging out, watching people kind of come in and leave. And I mean, you can see what's happening, right? And Ghost can see what's happening. And obviously he's also listening. And he's brought with him this bag. And he says, "Will you watch while I set this up?"
Sure. And Dervish is just gonna he's just leaning up against a wall, so he can see down in the alleyway but can't be seen from the alleyway. And he'll just watch whatever Ghost is doing.
So you're watching Ghost, you're watching down in the alleyway. Yeah. And Ghost pulls out, essentially out of the bag is a case, and it's marked with essentially the constable's logo and all this precinct information.
Yeah.
He flips it open and there's this really nice sniper rifle, an elite kind of deal.
I love that the police have sniper rifles.
And he just begins to pull pieces out and just starts assembling them, and he's rather adept at this point.
I'll watch him while he pulls it out and he puts it together. I'll wait for him to finish. And then I'm just going to walk over to him and I'm just going to pull it out of his hands. I'm just going, nope. And I'm just going to go back to where I was on the wall and just put it on the floor next to me. And then go back to just watching down the alleyway. Not having a 12-year-old with a rifle next to me.
If you didn't have a 12-year-old with a rifle, your sister would still be alive.
Exactly. I don't know. I think I know that, don't I? Yeah. Or do I?
He looks over at the rifle and he's like, that's not yours.
I don't think it's yours either.
Closer to being mine than it is to yours.
I don't care.
And he says, if you're caught with that, you will be arrested.
Agreed. Neither of us should have it.
I won't be arrested, though.
Okay, how about this? And I pick up the rifle and I start unscrewing the barrel from the chamber, and I just give him the barrel back. I take the stock off the other bit, and I just start giving it back into those pieces after he's just put it together.
And he just looks at the pieces and he's like, I just put this together.
Ghost, you are here on lookout. You are here to help me watch there. And by the way, me having to do this is stopping us from watching what's happening down there.
Yes, so you should be watching them.
Ghost, you are like 12 years old. You're not having a rifle. If anything goes bad, you're running away. You're not shooting anyone.
I can shoot better than you.
I don't care.
But what if you get in trouble and there's no one else?
Then I will handle it myself because I'm a grown adult and I can choose to put myself in these situations.
You're not the boss of me.
Oh, I saw that one coming.
I'm just going to lean against the wall again. And if he starts putting the rifle together again, I'm just going to take it off him again.
Instead, he begins to put the rifle away.
Good.
Zips up the bag, slings the bag over his shoulder, and starts to leave.
I can't shout.
He's gonna go find his own spot.
Like, I can't. Ghost.
You know he's not leaving the scene. He's just going somewhere where you can't see him anymore.
I know.
This is why he wanted the rooftop.
Since you can take care of yourself, you'll be fine.
Ghost, come back.
He looks back at you and says, are you going to try taking my rifle again?
Ghost, you're here under orders from your boss, Marelyn, to be the lookout because I can't see what's happening down there. And I need your ears to tell me if things are going wrong. That is an important role in this job. If you leave, you can't do that role. So I would like you to stay, but I'm not letting you hate the rifle.
Marelyn would let me have the rifle.
I don't care. I am not letting
my
you.
boss.
Okay.
This comes
Kid,
full
man.
circle.
I know, right? Okay, how about this?
I was
Once the
also
job-
told
Yeah.
that I am my own boss. And that I should
I
not
don't know who told him that.
allow any grown-ups to tell me otherwise.
Who are you planning
Who
on
told him that?
Who are you planning on shooting with the rifle?
Anyone that's bad?
How do you know if they're going to be bad?
If they're trying to kill you guys.
What if they're policemen?
You can shoot to not kill.
You can, but
Yes, he
you
did.
can, but this still has lasting consequences. The point I'm trying to make to you is a child with a gun is not a good idea.
Would
And
you kill a policeman or shoot a policeman if one of them were in trouble?
I would look at the situation and make a judgment call myself with full context of the situation. And I don't think you have full context of the situation. I don't think you have the faculties to be making that call.
Okay, I will go to a different rooftop.
He's playing hardball tonight.
Fine, Dervish is just gonna go sit on his wall. He's like, at least let me know if you hear something. And he's gonna stand next to the wall and he's gonna let him just go.
He moves down to like the other corner of the building
Oh my god.
and sits down and opens his case and begins to reassemble his gun.
Dervish has given up. He's given up.
Oh, Dervish.
You let Ghost win.
happened.
He's already a killer. Like
Yeah.
we can't put that Stormlight back in the jam.
Yeah. This is so stressful. Calcifer is giving Luka grief for endangering Ghost.
Which, like, when did you do that?
I'd like to see Calcifer try and handle this kid right now.
Yeah.
I don't think Calcifer had any better luck than Dervish is having.
I don't know.
It's all right. I got a plan, guys. I got a plan.
Okay.
I got a plan.
Okay. So on the rooftop, Dervish, you see a carriage arrive. Beatrice gets out. Then Beatrice helps Adine out. And Ghost looks over at Dervish and points down at them as if, do you see this? Are you seeing this?
Yeah, he nods. He like...
And then he waits.
Cool. I also wait.
Okay. Inside, Beatrice and Adine come in. Beatrice goes to sit next to Rafe. And Adine, does the slight sweep of the room, and then her eyes fall on Luka. Oh, Luka. When did you start coming to these?
This is Grandma. Great to see you. This is my first. Since I had that kind of teaser a little while back. But yeah, I just thought, let's give this a go and see what it's really all about.
Let's try.
And she is indeed looking a little bit more frail, but she seems to have rallied. Okay. She's leaning on her cane a little bit more. And she says, well, if you had wanted to come, you could have spoken to me.
Of course. This was sort of a last minute sort of thing. But we, should catch up after tea after all of this.
Yes. We will.
Where does Adine usually sit? Is there a comfy chair open for her?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
So meeting is Beatrice, Rafe, Luka, Royce.
Sveth.
It's Sveth next to Royce?
Mm-hmm. Yes. But he's on a hard chair.
Hard chair. And then Marelyn is somewhere else.
Yeah. Are the comfy chairs all in a row, sort of, or are they spread out around the circle?
They are more in a row, so they're on one side of the circle.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess in that case, I would just kind of be somewhere sort of not directly opposite, but kind of opposite, but not so far opposite. I'm directly across from them in a regular chair, not a comfy chair.
Yes.
And where is Adine in relation to
she
all
sits
of us?
next. Actually, she comes over and looks to Rafe, who's seated next to you, and she, makes a little hand gesture, and he says, "Of course," and he stands and moves around so that she can sit down where he had been sitting, and he takes a seat on the other side of Beatrice.
So Rafe moved to let Adine sit next to Luka.
So now it's Rafe, Beatrice, Adine, Luka, Royce, Sveth.
Aren't you glad I didn't
there was a part of me do I offer Adine my seat so I'm not sitting next to Luka? But that did not happen. So.
And Adine kind of rests comfortably in her chair and she says, we will start tonight with business. And Royce, you know that this is kind of a little unusual.
Mm-hmm.
It's not completely uncommon, but it is unusual. Normally, when there's less people, you kind of just get into it. She looks to Royce and she says, have you had any more time to consider my offer? Well, you have had time.
God.
Have you done any more considering?
And this is just like in the middle of everything, so everyone's attention is on us.
Including Beatrice's.
Including Beatrice's.
Who also made you an offer. This is...
And like turning to look at Adine, I'm also looking at Luka. And Beatrice. All there are three faces right in a line.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Rafe's at the end just like,
Yeah. I have, Lady Ilario. I've certainly thought a lot about our conversation earlier and certain other conversations.
At that point, Beatrice pulls out a book.
Can I tell what book it is? Is it the same book?
It's the same book that she was reading. She's further along in it, though.
Beatrice sucks. So,
you say this, but she is reading Mysteries in Stained Glass, so you know.
Bad people can have good taste in books.
Oh, Mysteries of Shattered Glass, sorry.
Basically, Royce is going to be like, he doesn't want to deal with Beatrice because she's the worst.
Yep.
Adine is the lesser of two evils, so it's like, yes, I will have an alliance with. I will try to make an alliance with you.
And she says, "Very well. I require two things then. They will be to your benefit, though, so don't worry." And she says, "Luka, it looks like you have decided to join us, yes?"
Well, if it's for the family, it's probably about time I started doing my part.
Good, I'm glad that you see it that way. And she looks to Royce, and she says, "I will have you two married."
I mean...
Well...
And then she says, "Royce, tonight I also intend that you will get a spike."
Royce, he is about to pass out.
Very well.
Excellent. Now that that business has concluded, we have one more point of business. And she says, she looks to Shuravf, and she says, "Upstairs, there's a Kolas-blooded man. Will you please go fetch him for me?" Shuravf just kind of nods and, stands and walks off because that's his job. And there's a couple of minutes of silence, as Shuravf goes off. Is there anything like within this minute that anyone is going to do?
Is there? So there's a chance to some small talk while we're
for like
waiting?
1 minute.
Okay.
I assume that inside the crates we can hear the conversation going on. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just
Hallie
listening.
can hear.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm just
gosh.
listening.
So okay.
Yeah, so Royce is engaged now.
So
Luka too.
And Hallie is just like past the point of
yeah, Luka is going to say,
yeah.
Lean over to Royce and say, "Well, this could be a little awkward. I hear you're kind of, the expert on this stuff. How's that been going?"
It's been progressing as I'm looking at you and also your grandmother right behind you.
I can only imagine what's going through Rafe's head right now.
Oh, I have like Rafe's a few heads back. What's he looking like?
He is suddenly very interested in Beatrice's book.
Genuine interest, or is he Because like
no,
there
he's
is interesting.
avoiding
What's he
facial
saying?
expressions. He's just like, oh, what are you reading there, darling? Like,
This is the most tangled glove shape. I don't even know what this thing is anymore.
Yeah.
It's got at least 5 points to it.
Yeah.
It's a love pentagram. We're just gonna
Yeah.
summon something terrible.
Web, yeah. Luke will say, have you been, teaching some apprentices? Are you, must be nice to be so high up in the totem pole.
I don't want to overstay my usefulness. And at that, I will make a pointed look at Hein.
Yeah, the only
Right.
thing that really is keeping Hallie from, just repeatedly thumping her head against the bars is it already hurts too much.
Well, very, very generous of you.
okay. Down the stairs, following Sveth comes this large colossus-blooded man. And he's not exactly very distinguished or anything. He actually has burns, up a lot of his arms. But his clothing, he wears kind of almost not a tank top, but so you can see the burns on this part of his arms, his upper arms, but his hands and up to about here are covered in black leather gloves.
Wonder who this is.
And in the other hand, he carries a very large bag that is clearly filled with something or multiple somethings.
The Colossus is carrying the bag, or Sveth is?
Yes.
Okay.
The Colossus. Sveth is burly, but you're doubting he could lift this bag. And the Colossus kind of just sets the bag down very gently. And you hear kind of this vague rustle of metal. He doesn't say anything. He just stands there. And Adine says, "Thank you for joining us, Sunny. I know you've traveled a good ways for this. I only wish to speak to the Maker." And he just kind of nods.
Do we, not as the players, as the characters, do we recognize
I don't think
that name?
Royce definitely doesn't know who this is.
I think Ben does. I think this is Ben's brother who made the sword.
Matt knows who this is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you do?
I think I do, but I don't think Luka has heard that name.
No. I've never gone into that much detail about my family.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes.
He nods and he says, "Yes, it's a sacrifice to be away from my clan." And then she says, "Well, I think a demonstration would be good."
Does Sunny have, what does Sunny's hair look like?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's shaved.
God, cannot believe what this new clan did to my family.
There's got to be some stubble.
You can roll a physique.
Physique?
I am, and I'm going to argue that I should be able to add a dice for my specialty of recognizing and tracking social connections.
Yes.
I agree, yes.
That's fine.
I am trying to acquire information about this guy.
Okay, that's fine.
What's the challenge?
3.
3. Okay, I'll also say I'm looking at his face.
I'm including that.
Structure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So three dice.
Okay, let's see if Royce puts
Huh.
anything together.
Luka rolled 2 4s with his 3
Yeah,
dice.
sorry. 2 4s.
And
Royce,
So
just
Luca,
got nothing.
Rolled nothing.
you're like staring at this guy and he just looks really familiar and then you're not quite sure. And then you kind of do this kind of like thing. And then like you cover up like the top of his head, like with half of your hand. And you're like, oh my goodness, if he just had like the red hair, he might look a lot like Dervish.
Yeah. And then I'm like questioning and getting self-conscious. I'm like, do I just think all Kolos-blooded look alike? But I think with the 4, I'm like, well, no, like I'm going through people in my Kolos-blooded I've seen in my head who don't look like Dervish.
Mhm.
And like comparing them and being like,
You did
no.
also just see a couple of them earlier
Yes.
that day, right?
Exactly. So then, yeah. So then I'm like, no, like this might be okay. Okay. And does Luka know that Dervish has a brother?
I think I may have mentioned having a brother. I think that may have come up. I just probably wouldn't have named him.
Yeah.
Was
okay.
it mentioned like your brother is the one that made the sword?
No, I think that's something we as players have concluded, but I don't even think the characters have put that together.
Okay.
Yes. So you put this together that he very likely is related to Dervish in some respect. Although maybe a little bit younger. And he, unzips his, unbuttons or whatever, the bag, and draws out, it's a smaller version, it looks like, of Dervish's sword. It still has the spikes in the handle.
Royce does not recognize this.
No.
He's like, that's
Wait.
a curious looking sword.
Luka would.
Mhm.
Luka would recognize it, and Marelyn would.
And yeah. And Hallie can't see anything otherwise.
But yes,
she
it's
would.
clearly smaller, clearly made to be wielded by, some Scadrian,
Human.
type
Normal
of
person.
person. Yeah. Human.
Human.
And
Ben, what if you hadn't agreed to go to the roof and you just walked into the bar and saw your brother?
Yeah, I
I
know.
kind of wish we had done that
I'm
now.
like, I now see why Natasha pushed me to the rooftops,
Puppet Master.
Because she wanted to spring this on us.
I mean, you were welcome to go there too, but
Yeah. That
like
would've been-
Ghost would have wanted to go to the rooftop.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Anyway, and one of the crates is popped open. It's not the crate with Hallie and Marelyn, but you can hear the wood splintering, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the cage is opened, and a fairly out of it man is drawn out, and Sunny whips around the sword a couple of times, and then just draws it in.
Like he's gonna kill him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then he kind of waits for the person to be brought before him. And
Gosh, oh gosh.
there's a moment. And then he just brings it back and down. And in like the smoothest cut, the head falls off.
Oh.
And then just kind of on, the bottom of his shirt, he wipes off the blade.
I think Luka like really stiffens at that and like kind of has a reaction he can't hide.
And you see kind of up his arm, the blood veins like twisting and changing.
What's the vibe of sort of the common cultist people around me?
There's this element of fear and nerves and excitement and terror, and like obviously a lot of them weren't expecting this, but Adine just looks.
This is Adine's play against Beatrice.
I kind of want to see if I can start applause, and see if I can get all the rest of the cultists to join in.
Okay. Are you using any soothing, or are you just going like charm?
I think I'm gonna hold off on using soothing for now because I suspect some people in here are seekers.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna try and use my charm.
Yeah.
To start a round of applause at this show of force.
I think like a 1 will do it. I feel like if you start clapping, it's gonna really be hard for them to do anything but join
pressure.
Is there any way I can do it without like sort of drawing attention to myself as the person who started it? Or is that sort of
yes, but I'll make that a 2.
Okay,
yeah, I'll make that a 2 challenge.
Okay.
I'll increase the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
3s. Yeah, so you do that.
Yeah, 3s.
And yeah, it kind of starts out as like this like quiet little clap, and then it like turns into this like mild thunder, and then quiets back down.
Royce does not clap.
Yeah, Luka doesn't either. And Luka's going to kind of say, oh, poor fellow. But he's going to kind of trail off.
And Royce, you will notice, and Luka, you might notice this. This man was definitely Terrace.
Someone ask what the sword does. I'm getting so stressed. I'm like, just demonstrate. He's like, pull out a sword to kill the guy. I'm like,
I have to play me right now.
Clearly
I can't
chops off
play you right
people's
now.
heads.
swords to off people's heads.
Very cleanly.
I mean, what more do you want from a sword,
It also
man?
hurts you by stabbing your hand while you do it.
That's
Bryce is still short-circuiting from the fact that he's apparently marrying Luka now. And like he doesn't know how he feels about that. He feels
And
weird.
somewhere deep inside him, something's yelling, but he doesn't know what that is because he doesn't have those memories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm getting a spike tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
And Adine nods, and she says, "How much are you expecting for this?" And Sunny says, "Well, I'll probably at least need 3 bars to get going. You know, the money on top that we talked about." And she nods. She says, "That's agreeable." Royce, next to you, you notice Shuravf, who's returned to his chair. He shifts very uncomfortably.
Do I have any idea what these bars they're referencing is? Like, is it adium? That's my guess.
That's your, yep.
Yeah, it's a good guess. Solid guess.
Okay.
Where'd these guys got this fucking adium from?
Get
I mean, we know.
purrs
But...
of adium when they come in beads.
Well, you could melt it.
Yeah.
Like the same way you make a bar, no metal comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In bars.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, no metal comes in beads either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
just easier to swallow that way.
Well, no, adium does, because adium's in
adium does
the...
come,
Adium does
right,
literally come in
forms in
beads.
those
Right,
beads.
it forms.
And melting it into bars then makes it kind of unusable.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to make it the spikes. But
Maybe that, yeah.
Or weapons that give you powers.
I don't have any concept of how much atium the Sliverists have, do I? I haven't been able to track that down.
No.
So I don't know if
kind of
is this a considerable portion of their stockpile, or is this like negligible to them?
You know that this is probably a good portion.
Okay.
That would be one of the things that you've gathered is they don't have a ton of ATM, but they are willing to put it towards things that are useful to them. So this is a good portion, right, of it.
Okay.
And she says that's agreeable. And you'll leave what you've brought here now. And he nods and he says, yes, of course, you paid for them. And she says, then thank you for your contribution. I will see that you are paid before you leave the city for the rest. And he closes the bag and goes and sets it in front of her and then walks out and up the stairs.
Up the stairs back to the bar or upstairs? Like, okay, cool, that's fine.
Ben.
Yeah.
I will give you a roll.
Okie dokie.
You may either use your spirits or your physique.
My physique is higher, so I'm going to pick physique. And what am I rolling for, and what's the challenge?
You are rolling to notice Sunny leave the bar.
Cool. Do you want me to... what's the difficulty?
The difficulty is going to be 2.
Cool. Oh no, I'm scared. I rolled 5, so 2 nudges.
There goes your brother.
Dervish freezes. So we're like around the back, so I assume I just kind of see him. Like, is he completely?
Yeah, you kind of see him as he
leaving?
walks across, like out of the bar and like down the alley, like not down an alley, but like past, like
past an alley, so I could see him. Goodbye.
Gap
Okay.
that you can see. Yeah.
Oh boy, like his heart kind of stops a little. He kind of freezes up a little bit. Because he's been looking to make contact with Sonny. He has been trying, and he sees him walk by, and because here's the thing, right? I'm like, if I go after him, I kind of don't want to catch up to him because I don't like. Nervous is gonna chalk it up to him seeing things. And he's gonna be like, he's gonna be like, he can't be here in the city. If he was here in the city, he'd he wouldn't be here. That would, Oh no, I don't know. Okay, yeah, he's gonna stop. He's gonna, like I said, he's just leaning against the wall, arms crossed. He's freezing. He sees that, and that's a problem he can deal with later.
Okay. More. So while you're sitting there, Marelyn, you can. What were you going to do? Do you want to announce that, or do you want to just make a roll for it?
Let's just make a roll for it.
Okay. So Marelyn is doing something sneaky behind the scenes. You'll
attempt it. We'll see how well it works later.
Marelyn, roll me a charm. It can be a charm of 3.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh. It's 3 nudges.
3 nudges.
It's 2 nudges.
I got nothing.
How many? Do you have any other nudges currently? I don't think you do.
I have like 1, I think. I not enough to go from a 0 to a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So every once in a while you lean over and like are making small talk kind of deal, whenever there's a good moment for that. Adine says, we'll continue with our evening. Rafe. She gestures, the table is brought out. A woman is brought from one of the crates, and it's set up for Royce to get a spike. And Seth steps over to help Royce get up and lay down in position.
Get his shirt off,
Oh.
He's a skinny boy.
I'm in a box.
As they're getting set up, can Luka lean over to Adine and just say, who is she?
Oh God! Why are you doing this to me, man?
Does she have a name? What about family? Does she have any dogs?
What did you say?
Who is she?
Adine kind of waves a hand and she says, I don't know.
Enemy of the sects,
No, just someone who won't be missed.
I don't know. I find everyone's missed by someone.
Seth kind of just looks over at you. Roll a spirits roll.
And I realized I may have fudged a spirits roll earlier.
Oh no.
Because I rolled with my full spirits, but technically I'm down 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my bad. But so I only have 2 spirits. Can I add anything to it?
No.
Oh, sorry, I didn't ask difficulty, but it's a 2 and a 5 anyways. So that's nothing.
Seth glances over at you, but you're not quite sure what that means because he just looks a little dopey. Adine just says, is this too much for you?
Is it necessary?
Yes.
Can you tell me why?
She clears her throat. She says, Royce.
Yes.
Will you explain why this all works?
Royce will explain in very clinical terms, not looking at Luka.
And is there a reason why, I'm sure these spikes exist from the old days. Can't we just reuse the old ones?
Over time, spikes degrade if they are not kept properly.
And why do we? And I'm just trying to learn here, right? I'm new at this. Why do we need the spikes inside of our persons in the first place?
Because they help us grow in power. And if we are to return to the age past, that is what we must do.
And what is... how many spikes have you gotten?
I will get my first tonight.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, Royce is getting.
And what? So what? What's Royce's gift going to be tonight?
Ian is quivering.
It could be a chromium spike, and it might steal this lady's destiny. We don't know.
We have to test it somehow.
Royce can, well, Ian can correct me if I'm wrong, but steal.
Oh no.
I mean, he has so much practice throwing coins to the whip. I had to.
So we are just letting the spike happen. We're not going to try to like break Hallie out and
I
leave
would
before
prefer
this.
you not to stop this. I spent advantage on
specifically
this.
was like, I'm not going in there because if I go in there, I'm going to stop Royce getting a spike for the second time, and that's just awful. That's just terrible.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know over the table.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Luka will be like, oh.
I mean, last time it was Luka.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Luka will be, oh, yeah, right. Well, I guess. And he'll look out at Royce and say, you know, if that's what he wants and he thinks this is worth it, and he'll try to make eye contact with Royce and say, like say to Adine as he's making eye contact, he'll say, if he thinks it's worth it, I trust him, I guess.
Like, I don't know if Royce can look Luka in the eyes right now.
Yeah.
So I think he just nods. And it's just like, kind of like plays it off as like he is like getting prepared for being grievously wounded with a spike through its chest.
And Rafe is down there now with them.
I mean, it's not down there, right? This is a flat room rather than the amphitheater.
Yeah, sorry, he's in the middle.
So it's more just chairs. Yeah.
Okay. Luka will also try to make.
It's not that far away. You're maybe like,
Yeah. Luka
like
will try
10
to make
feet off.
eye contact with Rafe and see if he gives any sign of what he should do.
Rafe seems to be just moving through it.
Okay. Luka will sit back.
And then Adine looks to Luka and she says, you seem to have a lot of interest in this. Would you like a spike as well?
I don't know. I might, see how it goes. I'm honestly not sure how I feel about, the whole someone dying thing. But, how about I think about it?
All right. And then she says, "You are
actually,
welcome."
What are you thinking, Matt? What are you about to say?
That's
Luka's gonna say, I have heard though, if there was like a special spike though, from times of old, that maybe didn't require a sacrifice. If Royce, he's kind of going out on a limb here. If Royce, he's contributed so much to the cause, if there was like a special way of making his extra special, would that be something?
Rafe says, answering for Adine.
Yeah.
And he says, extra special spikes are for extra special people.
Are you saying I'm not extra special? Royce does not say that. He's having an existential breakdown right now.
This is gonna get weird.
Oh, has it not already?
Is this end, Matt? I want to know.
Then do you want so above the table?
Okay.
I'm not sure what is going on with this or what's this gonna do. So, like, if you really want Royce specifically to get the spike that is planned to get, should I like? I don't.
As a GM, let Royce get the spike he's planned to get.
Okay.
Because Ian and I have discussed what he would specifically like for Royce to get, and I'm allowing him to do that.
Okay.
And I wanted that to be at the table because you were all like, he's going to come back with a spike. And I was like, no, this is going to happen in front of you all.
Jeez. Hey, Luka then I guess is at Rafe's kind of luck. Luka's going to say like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. He's kind of going to realize he doesn't really know what he's doing and kind of chicken out again and like sit back.
Royce does file extra special spike away in his brain. He doesn't like that's weird. Like, why did Luka ask about that? So,
and then Adine looks to him and she, to Luke and says, "Do you know of any spikes from back then?"
Not specifically. It just seems like, there's a lot of focus on times of old.
We've been looking for some, but we haven't been able to locate any yet. Anyway, Royce is strapped to the table. This other person below him. And
above him.
On top.
Above him, yes. And Rafe draws out, takes a moment to fiddle through the bag to find the correct spike. From Kaymyth, who's off sitting across the way. He prepares and he looks at Royce and he says, "Are you ready?"
As I'll ever be.
And Beatrice looks up and she says, "Do you need anything?"
No.
And she just looks back to her book. And without hesitating, Rafe just drives the spike in. Dervish.
Yep.
You notice Ghost just go like he gasps and like gags. He has a very visceral response.
Yes. Sorry, Ghost.
There's a couple of moments of silence, and then everything is removed. The top body is removed.
I do think Royce passes out having a large spike of metal driven into his chest.
Oh, yep. I'm sure. I'm sure. Unless you had like a really high physique, at which point I would have you roll. But I'm just going to say likelihoods of you getting 2 5s on your 2 dice in a bad situation. Just
when this happens, can Marelyn just like closely watch Rafe's facial expression to see what he is feeling when he does this?
Yes.
And I'm going to say Luka closes his eyes at that moment. He can't watch it.
What kind of roll would that be to watch?
That is going to be a physique of 3.
All right.
And while Hallie obviously can't see what's going on, she does like visibly flinch.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear the crack of bone, right?
Yeah, and she's like,
That's part of what Ghost was reacting to, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could I hypothetically add my jaded trait because I am watching him do something awful and like
yes.
Like typical humanity. Ugh.
Or like I'm sort of have some more experience. Oh, I got 2 4s.
Okay,
damn. 3 times.
Okay.
You see that when Rafe does this, he takes a small breath before his hands go very steady. And it's almost like the emotions just leave his face. And if there's something about it that you're like, is he being soothed? Like, what is going on? Why is he so calm?
Sounds like trauma dissociation to me.
I do know that he's a surgeon, so he probably does. I mean, it's still a very different circumstance, but he does have experience like cutting people open. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But from what you can tell and from how he handles this is he is not allowing his emotions in on this. Whether, by his own emotion, like by his own psychological force or by being soothed or by something else. Like he is not, this is just purely the job and he has put it in the tiniest box.
Royce would memorize the woman's face and like the description.
You're killing Matt.
Okay.
Matt, how does Luka react?
So Luka closes his eyes before when it goes in, and he just kind of like he's a little like I think he's kind of frozen up.
Dervish.
Yes,
on the rooftop.
I see Ghost react, so I'm gonna go over to him, and I'm just kind of like crouch down next to him, just be like, "What did you hear something?"
And he just says, "Don't take my gun." And he's just taking these very deep, slow breaths as if to try to like pull himself back.
What did you hear?
Adults make choices. Royce made a choice.
Oh no.
Is everyone okay? Do I need to go down there?
They'll be fine.
Okay.
Enough.
You say that now.
Okay. And so he'll just stand back up and he'll just go back to his spot.
And as you're going back, he just says, "Thank you."
No, I really hope he doesn't shoot me.
I was 100% planning on like throwing his gun off the side of the roof, like if he said anything. But then he said, "Don't take his gun," and I felt bad for him. Ugh. Ugh.
Down below, the next crate is opened. Still not Hallie and Mirabelle.
Just dragging it out.
Yep. This time it's very clearly, it would be hard to miss this one, but it's very clearly a pewterborn or a pewter arm. And Adine stands up.
Yeah, she's like,
I
"All
love old lady pewter arm. I love the concept. Oh no.
This makes sense. What she's been going through.
Yeah.
Adine stands up. As this one is unconscious. They're unconscious. They've been completely knocked out. The person is brought over as, after Adine has been helped up and laid down and prepared. Rafe, once again, fiddles through his bag.
For this, while this is going on, Marelyn is like scanning the crowd to see if there is anyone who looks particularly dissatisfied by this turn of events. Like they do not want her to have a spike.
No, everyone seems on board with this.
Including Beatrice?
Beatrice seems completely uninterested in the turn of events.
I don't think Beatrice is at all intimidated by the idea of Ed getting a spike, given the level of power she already has.
Where do they put Royce since he's unconscious?
They, have like a little cot that's been there.
Okay.
And, everything's prepared. Rafe pulls out another spike as soon as that's ready, right, he has changed out his gloves and, steadies and then drives the spike.
Oh, I'm very conflicted. Luca's very conflicted. I guess maybe he lets it go. Closes his eyes again, kind of breathes.
Once more on the rooftop, Ghost flinches. It is not the same kind of flinch, but his eyes narrow, and he pauses. And then he says, "That's odd.
What's odd?
That one didn't work."
I knew it.
Oh my god!
Mm-hmm. Radine's dead.
Yeah.
I should have been watching Renf again. Oh, I'm so annoyed at myself. Did he know? No, I missed my chance to watch and see.
Oh, this is very not good for Royce.
What didn't work?
They spiked Adine.
And it didn't work?
It didn't work. And that's where we will leave it.
Hey! Oh dear!
Should have seen it coming.
Yeah.
I've never thought of using like a humility ceremony like that. That's clever.
Yeah. There was a part of me like, oh, I hope Rafe doesn't kill me because I'm engaged to like the guy he maybe still likes. And then I was
there's no maybe about it.
Let me dream.
Oh, I'm so annoyed. I was
like,
trying to scan to see if anyone wasn't happy about her getting a spike, but I should have been looking to see if people were like surprised that she was not going to be killed. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no way I could have known to look for that, but
I knew it.
Delightful.
Dervish's first reaction as well saves me from having to kill her.
This is so not good for Royce.
This is so not good for Royce, and this is probably worse for Luka.
This is not good for any of us.
Maybe it's a good thing my plan failed. And now that happened,
the engagement also might now be off.
Yeah, but I very publicly made a deal with Adine, kind of snubbing Beatrice to her face.
Oops.
And now I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
At least you're not beat to hell in a cage.
It's all right. Dervish is going to come in and kill everyone. Right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Diceborn. Don't forget about this week's giveaway, and when it'll be announced next episode. Thank you to Natasha for running this game. That was fascinating. I was very stressed. You can find the rest of us on 17shot.com for your news, theories, discussion, and fun. You can find us on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube, and if you like our stuff, you can follow us on Patreon. Or support us on Patreon. Stay tuned and keep those dice rolling. Bye.
Bye.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Thanks for watching Diceborn. This show is a production of the 17th Shard and uses the Mistborn adventure game system developed by Crafty Games. Diceborn features cast performances by Ben as Dervish, Rosemary as Hallie de Passel, Matt as Luka Ilariel, Grace as Marelyn Dramali, Ian as Royce Hadriel, and Natasha, your Lord Roller, as everyone and everything else. Background art and overlays were designed by Connor Chamberlain, with character portraits illustrated by Shuravf. The Mistborn Dice Roller was programmed by Marvin. Finally, editing, post-production, and sound design by Alyx. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.